with us there. Get your Week 10 started right here with Cam Newton. That match with Norv Turner has been amazing. It's been perfect. The way that Norv has been taking the skill sets of these players and maximizing them, not vice versa, not trying to make them fit some scheme that he has. And then I don't know who's making shirts for Ron Rivera and Cam Newton at their weekly pressers, but you deserve all of the applause. Norv Turner, he gets the focus of this week's design. Pretty good there. And speaking of Norv Turner, whatever he's doing, it's working. First season as the Panthers offensive coordinator, and Cam's off to one of the best starts of his career, and that's no exaggeration. And Norm's finding ways to get everybody involved. They're spreading the ball around using wide receivers on reverses. Carolina has over 500 yards rushing from guys that aren't running backs. There was that ridiculous run by Curtis Samuel a week ago, and the running back that they have, well, he's not too bad either. Christian McCaffrey has really emerged as one of the most dynamic playmakers in the league. The guy they hoped he'd be when they took him in the top 10 in 2017. That hurdle last week, you guys, he just disappeared up in thin air. Not really. The Panthers social taking some liberties there, but yeah, I know. I love that, right?
Oh, wow.
He's
oh
gone.
My God.
That's
Wham!
For more on Carolina, we bring in Aaron Andrews.
Cool.
Aaron, what are the Panthers saying about this resurgent offense? It's been so much fun to watch.
Well, I can tell you what Ron Rivera told us, and we had the Panthers week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys, and we were very excited, obviously, to see what Norv Turner had done with this offense. Saw some glimpse a little bit, there in week 1, but now, wow, look where we are. And Ron Rivera is saying what's impressed him. Cam not trying to fit the ball in through small windows. He's also getting to his reads a lot quicker. But you just mentioned it. All these new fast, quick, speedy toys he has around him. Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore. He hasn't had speed and quickness. I know Steve Smith can talk about that in quite some time. Guys getting to where they're supposed to be so Cam doesn't have to hold on to the ball that long. And, he can anticipate guys getting there quicker. Another thing, week 1, this offensive line, ton of injuries. We saw a couple guys go down in that game. What they've done in going to get, certain players and bringing them in and what they've done with them. Cam is so confident and so happy with this line. And I also, too, like talking to Greg Olsen out here on the field, and I asked him what has impressed him about Norv Turner as well. And he said, even though this guy has been around for quite some time, not to age you, Michael Irvin, but even though he has been around for quite some time, he said he's always open to new things that are making Cam comfortable, and that's been huge for this offense. I think what's also huge is DJ Moore being Steve Smith's spirit animal. I cannot wait to see this guy live and in action tonight, Steve Smith.
I agree.
Your spirit animal, I love that, Aaron.
It makes me cheese.
What's that?
It just makes me cheese. I love watching him play. Watching him being in Baltimore, watching him in Maryland, and then seeing him now living back in Carolina. Didn't leave Carolina, still paying taxes, and now seeing him in Carolina is just awesome. To watch him just grow through his collegiate career, and now get to watch him on my TV through his pro career as well.
Aaron, you brought that up, and it just put a massive smile on Steve's face.
I gotta ask Steve a quick question.
Go ahead.
I love that smile, by the way. Those pearly whites are amazing, by the way. Hey, did you know in high school your boy, your spirit animal, basically played every position? I mean, my man was even a kicker. I asked him today what was his longest field goal he ever made in a game. He said not too long, but in practice, out 45, 44 yards. He felt good about it. Spirit animal, were you kicking field goals?
In high school, I have a stat: scored the touchdown and kicked the field goal.
Well, drop the mic, my friend. I'm going to drop it right now.
Put him in the High School Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Aaron.
Just a junior college.
Wow. So, Irv, look, I know you played for Norv Turner, and we'll get to that in a second. But, Steve,
yes,
you spent years there in Carolina. You obviously played with Cam. So, and you've seen the different iterations of this offense. And now under Norv Turner, what do you like and what do you think that they've really done different to make it so dynamic?
Well, first of all, it's finally great that Norv Turner has some real receivers to work with.
Oh, man,
some of the guys that he's worked with before, Alvin Harper and the playmaker.
Here we go.
Athletic receivers.
Yeah, athletic. I like to call them jitterbugs. Push off slants and back shoulders. you know, Norv had to deal with Michael when Jason Sehorn was locking him down. But the reason I love when I go to DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and Christian McCaffrey, they're the new school. But when they need something,
Herb's glasses are fogging up.
When they need something basic and traditional old school football, that's where they use Funches and Greg Olsen. But let me just go to the tape and show you what kind of guy Christian McCaffrey is. Christian McCaffrey just does things that you're just not expecting a running back to do. You know he can do it. But look at this. He goes over there to get the lineman off on the edge. Ryan Khalil, one of the most athletic centers out there. He stays, toe taps. Ooh. The sideline still goes, resets the guy. He's just such a hard target. You never get a clean hit on him. And then right here, this the little razzle-dazzle. They go over here, and son, Davis, keep your eyes open. If you don't keep your eyes open, if you can't see it, you can't hit it. And that's exactly what happens. What you see with Christian McCaffrey is a guy who just gets out in the open field and he makes you miss. When we saw him at Stanford, he can run between the tackles, but he's also dynamic running on the outside, getting him in space, and that's what Norv Turner's doing, getting these guys in space and allowing them to do what they do well. What is that? Is they make people make decisions. Can I get a guy? Can I not? And most of the time, when you give these three guys, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, out in the field, guys are missing over and over again.
Well, when I get out here, I got to talk to Norv because this is a stranger I'm watching. Norv was, the years we had Norv, we ran an offense, and I'm sure that's what Troy is saying. Hey, man, what has happened to you? None of this stuff was in the game plan. He has really commingled what he used to do and the new things that he is doing right now very well. That's right. You heard Aaron talk about Cam getting the ball out. That's what Norv is. He's a 3-5-7 step drop guy. Get the ball out of your hands right now. But he's also added in all of these extra dynamic plays for these guys to take this offense to the next level. They put up 35 points in the first half last week. That's what it's going to take to compete with the Rams and the Saints, and that's what Norv has them.
Razzle-dazzle.
It's going to take that.
Well, Mike, to run this type of offense, you got to have athletes, right? So I'm not saying he didn't have athletes.
Man, y'all got to stop him. Now you gonna jump on that baby?
I'm not saying he doesn't have athletes, but he has an 88 and he has a 22 on that offense. We talk about the misdirection, you talk about the play design. Norv Turner is still running his classic offense. He's still running the ball between the tackles. He's still incorporating the play action, throwing the big plays down the field, but he's also adding the bells and whistles on the outside. It puts the pressure on defenses.
Wait, we need a shot of Herb's glasses. Again.
It's all right, dog. I got you.
Herb's not used to all that offense. He's like,
I'm not used to all this heat y'all putting on me.
All I'm saying is this offense, it puts the pressure on defenses. It makes you try to identify and digest what they're doing.
Okay, he's still,
and they give you certain looks, and then they take it away.
You start talking, he fogging up.
You need to get some wipers.
Hey, you know what they say about an old car?
Hey,
you know what they say about an old car? You got to heat that thing up or you take it out in the cold. You can't see out of the windshield.
I'm glad to see
you can play in this offense, Mike.
Put your glasses back on. Watch the windshield
I can play in the part that is timing. But I am seriously surprised and pleasantly surprised because we wondered, okay, can you come to this new age where really it's not a man beating a man, it's a system beating a system. And Norv has implemented that in a great way in Carolina.
Yeah, you could do so many things with this offense, and then you add in Cam Newton's ability to run as well. Of course he is. So then we have, as good as their offense has been, this is great.